heads. Welcome back to the Talking Lead Show. And this is our 2017 NRA Annual Meeting edition, sponsored by Eagle Imports, booth 4742. And I've got the men from Eagle. You should do a calendar called the Men from Eagle.
See, it's the second time today that somebody's brought that up.
That you should do a calendar?
The Men of Eagle
the
calendar.
Men of Eagle?
Of course, they weren't talking to me. They were talking to Mike.
Ah, okay.
I want to sell guns, not drive people away.
Our resident beefcake.
Beefcake. Beefcake Sodini.
Yeah.
So we got Mike and Rafael with us. Guys, thank you so much for making this possible and bringing Talking Lead to NRA.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
On here.
Great to be on the air and great to have you in the booth.
This is day one, Friday, and it's been pretty busy for a Friday, I would think.
Absolutely.
Been a really good crowd. Been some good events today. Trump was here and spoke.
Was he here already?
I think that's what Mike was saying. I don't know if
he already came and went.
Well, I don't know. I got a text from a friend that said he was reading some of what he was saying.
He said something that as you would expect from Trump, something boneheaded. Yeah. Mike, what was it? What was
apparently, he said the war on guns and the NRA is over.
Is over.
But I don't know if that was the best thing to say, because the war is never over, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you never let your guard down. Those gun grabbers are always out there and sneaking around and snaking around, trying to.
That's right.
Take our rights away from us. So
absolutely.
don't listen to him if that's what he said.
I don't know if he said that here or said
somewhere
it here
else,
or somebody picked up on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he spoke yet in the convention, but Trump Jr. is floating around somewhere.
If you believe the war's over, you don't live in California or New York or.
That's right.
Or
New
Jersey. Or New Jersey.
Yeah.
Get up on that mic.
Get up on it.
Get up on it. So Eagle Imports, we are here, and you gave me a little toy to play with here.
Yeah, you got
La Llama.
Yeah, Eagle Imports again. We're the importers in the United States for Bursa, for Grand Power, and for Metro Arms, which has the brands American Classic, Mac, SPS, and Llama. We just reintroduced this year.
That's right.
We were the importers for Llama back in the day when they were being made in Spain, and we wanted to make a good entry-level price point 1911 to combat, all the other inexpensive, and mostly cheaply made 1911s that are out there. We wanted to come out with the best 1911 at the best price that we could. So we brought back the Llama brand, and so far it's being received really well.
A beautiful brand it is.
Yes.
And oh, by the way, Rob Pincus is joining us.
So yeah, in your hand you're holding the new Llama 38 Super. 38 Super nickel gun. I believe it is the most or least expensive 38 Super option out there, and so far it's been very well received in that that
What's
segment.
What's the price point on it?
You're looking at about that one. We've got it in a blue where it's about $375, maybe, and then the nickel's about $100 more, at about $450, $475. And we're having our pictures taken now, but great price point on that gun.
Pause it for a selfie.
Yeah, great price point on that gun.
That is a great price.
And so it's available in 38 Super and 45, and then
of course, as you told us in an earlier episode, Llama means fire.
Yes, fire, campfire or fire, I think, or
flame.
It's flame. It's flame.
Okay. Fuego.
It's not the South African pack animal. Or South American, rather.
You got to turn your mic on.
You got to turn my mic on, sir.
There we go.
I don't touch microphones.
I don't know where they've been.
I believe it's pronounced Yama.
It is
pronounced Yama.
Yama.
But we Americanize it.
Nope. Yeah. Yama.
I pronounce it El Zama.
Yeah.
El Zama.
You could do
double
El Yama.
La Llama.
Which it also means
double L
Yama.
You could. But this is
Thank
beautiful.
you, Rob.
Beautiful 1911 style.
It is 100% mil spec, Model 70 series.
What are the calibers?
45 and 38 Super.
Nice.
And that one. And then, of course, we reintroduced the Llama Micromax in 380, which is the 38 Super and the 45 are shipping now. The Micromax 380 will be shipping before the end of the summer. So we're hoping by about middle of July. We'll
Coming
start
up,
shipping those ones. Yeah.
Very soon.
So people are pretty excited about that.
I got to get one of these at 45, definitely.
I got a special place in my heart for Llama, because when I first started in the industry, I was a sales rep.
Right.
And basically, Mama was like the first line that I repped, so I would go into
There you
stores.
go.
And
Don't you mean Yama?
That's what you cut your
The
teeth
Yama.
on. The Yama.
Do you want me to tell a story that's never been told?
sure.
Let's hear it.
All right, now this is interesting because there's all this eagle. You don't even know this story. Never told this story ever before, but I'm telling it.
Buckle up, everybody.
Your
Yeah.
sparkle in your daddy's eye.
This is Rafael, by the way. And so a lot of people
Ramiro.
know that it's really exciting that we have Avidity Arms under the Eagle brand, and that I have a connection with Eagle, which is the Bursa, right? And that the Bursa was my first carry gun. So 383 DA, first gun I would legally carry. And when I had my constitutional carry rights up in Vermont, was the first carry gun I would carry around. But also, when I was young, I had a Yama. I had a Yama 45, and it was taken from me by someone who had access to my house. One might call that a housemate, roommate.
So they didn't take it from you.
Well, they took it and they had a negligent discharge with it because they didn't know how to use the Yama. So they went into one place and found ammo and just messing around in one place and found. I got rid of the Yama. I felt like it was bad luck, but maybe it's time to put one back in my collection.
I think it is.
Now, nobody got hurt. Round hit the floor, but it caused some drama. And again, it reminded me about it's separating the gun and the ammo isn't enough for some people, and it was a lesson I learned very, very early on about unsecured firearms and letting people that are a little too curious, even in a secured house, if you don't know everyone in the house is responsible enough, mature enough, educated enough to use a firearm properly, then you don't want them to have that mistake. That could have been a lot worse, right? Could have been a lot worse. So we got out of that one pretty easily. But it's about preventing unauthorized access. So Yama helped me learn that lesson.
You could have
Very
one
good.
eye now,
Very good.
or you could have lost a toe.
Well, I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't even there. Okay, I got you.
That must have been fun to come home to.
Oh, they came and got me.
Came home real quick after that. So the other lines, the Mac. You're talking about the Mac. Are they the
Mac.
ones that make the competition?
No, the race guns that you
The race
see over
guns.
there, those are
SPS.
SPS.
That's
which is-
SPS,
which is
yeah.
a company out of Spain, and Metro Arms is finishing the guns after they've started to be made in Spain. So the grips and the trigger group and the magazines all come from Spain. They're shipped down to the Philippines to Metro Arms, where they put the barrel, the slide, and all the other things that make a gun work on them. So
Now, is it us that was talking about this? Manny Pacquiao, is that who it is?
the
boxer? Isn't he
Uh-huh.
like a competition shooter now or something like that? And they just made him
I don't
like
know.
governor of. Like,
He's in like Congress or the Senate over there in the Philippines.
in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know that if he's shooting or not. It must have been somebody else that told you that. Do you
no,
know, Rob?
I think
Do you know if
he's a competition shooter
Manny
also.
Pacquiao is a competition shooter?
I actually believe that I have really nothing to add at this point on that because I don't know anything about
You
it,
don't
and
know
I'm
Manny.
not
It's
sure
Manny
who you're
Pacquiao.
talking about in the first place.
He's a
Pacquiao, the
sport
boxer.
fighter.
I think in the Philippines
He's a
everything.
sport fighter.
He's God.
Yeah.
He's everything. He's
Yeah,
God.
he's a gold medal diver.
Jesus.
He's a grandmaster at chess.
Ballroom
Right.
dancer.
I mean,
He's the Putin of he rides horses with
Yeah.
his shirt off. He's amazing.
He teaches tap,
he
hip-hop,
won
and
their
jazz.
4th of July hot dog eating
Hot
contest.
dog eating. I was gonna- That's Manny.
He's the most eligible bachelor, and
Yeah.
he also is Miss Philippines. as
Miss
I understand.
Philippines. Yeah. Mr. Miss Philippines.
Yeah,
Down there.
Oh, that's Thailand.
Oh, that's okay. I'm getting my
But yeah, those SPS pistols are for some reason or another, we weren't doing a 9mm in the Pantera, and all of a sudden we started one about a year ago, and it has really taken off with the 3-gun community.
I'll bet.
And it's
That is a slick gun.
We can't get enough of it. I believe you shot one down at Big 3.
I did.
In the 9mm.
I love it.
And it's phenomenal.
Pantera,
So,
and we played that song with it.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
We gave it its own theme song.
Yep.
It's like
by the
been
metal
around
band
forever.
Pantera.
Just another photo
These
op.
photo ops are just.
You guys, you can talk and
They
have your
did-
photo
I-
taken.
They
at the same
stopped.
time.
I
I can't pose
can't
and talk.
do that. But
Get my
yeah,
bad side that way.
so that's been a lot of fun for us to watch that product catch on, because really it was for IPSC what those guns were designed for. So it's been cool to see it take off with the 3-gun community.
So you guys have several shooters that you sponsor,
Yeah, we've got a few.
and we're going to have them on the show a little bit later.
Exactly, we've got about 4 right now that we're sponsoring at the local level. You know,
Which ones are they using? Which guns of yours are they using?
We've got Heath and Nikki Clevenger out of South Carolina. Actually, they both are shooting the For their 3-gun, they're shooting the SPS Pantera, and in IDPA, they're shooting the Bursa BP. Sabrina McAfee, who's out of Alabama, is shooting the SPS Pantera, also in 3-gun, and she is also shooting the Bursa BP in IDPA.
There you go.
And then we've got Carrie Thomas up out of Northern Virginia, and she's shooting the new Bursa XT competition gun up for USPSA.
Okay. I need to shoot that one. I haven't shot that one yet.
I think you might have shot it at Big 3.
You think so? I shot a few. I can't remember which one.
I think you did. It's basically Bursa took the Thunder Pro platform.
We'll definitely make sure that I shoot it this October.
Yeah. In fact, hold on one second.
Hey, Matt, can you give me an XT? Yep.
We're going to get one over here so you can put it in your hand. So basically,
so I can fondle it?
Yeah, basically
do some fondling?
Bursa took their Thunder Pro platform and modified the gun to be a competition gun.
There it is. Nice.
It's a 5-inch pistol, 9mm, 17 rounds. It's got the LPA rear sight, fiber optic front sight. It's got a beveled magwell. It's got texture for your index fingers. It's been all hand fitted together, custom trigger job on it. One of the best resets that I've felt on a production gun, quite honestly. Just a really nice double action, single action pistol.
It feels
really light. People that know Bursa a lot of times think of Bursa as an entry level price point gun. That's high quality and everything like that. Right. But I think what they wanted to aim to prove with this gun is that they can make a gun that, you don't have to pay 1,500 to 2,000 guns for a gun to go out and shoot competition. You can buy something, and this gun goes for about $650,
really?
$625,
not bad.
And it delivers with 5 magazines.
Trigger on this thing is
so
beautiful.
what Bursa wanted to show people, they could build something that could compete with anybody out there, and they proved it with this gun. And like I said, that gun does deliver with 5 magazines, so it's ready. When you buy it at the store, all you need is a holster, and you can go straight to comp.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I can't get over the trigger, man.
The trigger's phenomenal on it. So
it's like nothing on the reset.
That's right. That's right. It's just got such a great reset.
And the strike it's really soft on the strike.
Yep.
It's not jarring.
No, absolutely. We'll have it for you again when we're at Big 3 in October.
Yeah, I definitely got to shoot this.
Yep, we'll have one out there for you guys to shoot for sure.
I'll put this next to my Yamaha.
Yep.
My Yamaha. I had a Yamaha growing up.
That's with a Y.
Yeah. It's a different country, I think, altogether.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So and then the only other really thing that we have here that's too new is we did bring the long slide Grand Powers here from the Slovakian pistol.
Yeah.
People they make a 10mm gun, and it's a 4 1/4 inch, and people have been begging me to bring in the long slide version of that gun, and we do have one here for.
How long is that?
It's 5 inches.
5 inches.
5 inches. So it's not that much longer, but apparently it makes a difference
I
to the
guess.
guys. And we're talking to a lot of people that a lot of people want to hunt with it. That's
with the 10mm?
With the 10 mil, but they want the long slide for the added distance accuracy.
Okay. What are they hunting?
I guess hogs.
Deer?
Hogs. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. I don't know.
Hogs is.
I don't know where you can hunt with a pistol.
Yeah.
Alaska, I guess, maybe.
No, you can. I mean, Jonathan and I were talking. Jonathan Duall and I were talking about it. You can hunt with the pistol a lot of places. So, unbeknownst to me, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that gun's here, and we're actually going to start delivering that gun in May. So right around the corner.
And price point on it?
Price point on it's going to be about $725.
Not bad.
Not too bad. No, it's as far as 10mm guns go, it's on the lower end of the price
that's
scale.
A double stack, right?
It is a double stack. Yeah, and I think it holds 14 rounds.
You're going to ask me?
Yeah, I think it's
14
in the 10. Yeah.
That's not bad.
And it's 14 in that one, so that we've got people that have already spoken for the first ones that are coming into the country. People are just waiting for them. And also with that rotating barrel that the Grand Power uses, it reduces the recoil, and it's a very, very light feeling.
Talk about that feature, the rotating barrel.
The rotating barrel in the Grand Power, instead of having the Browning locking system where the barrel tilts up when the slide goes back to accept the next round that's feeding into the chamber.
Right.
This just rotates on a cam that's on the frame, that's attached to either side of the frame, and it really does. It's almost like a frictionless movement between the barrel and that rotating cam, and it really does absorb felt recoil. And so they claim that felt recoil is reduced by up to 20%, which I don't know how you go about measuring that, but really when you feel the gun. When you shoot a gun, especially if you shot as much as we all have,
you can tell.
You can tell that there is a noticeable reduction in recoil, and also because the barrel's not tilting upwards, your muzzle flip is virtually eliminated.
Right.
So target reacquisition, whether you're shooting targets or self-defense situation or hunting hogs.
And you have that gun here?
Yeah. I've got the whole line of Grand Power pistols here.
Can I see that one?
Yeah.
Matt? Let's dissect it. What do you think, Mike?
Power. I think it's a good idea.
I think we should dissect it.
This gun.
This rotating barrel has me intrigued.
Oh, this gun's amazing. I mean, the brand's amazing.
Yeah.
And he makes such a quality gun.
Here it is. And you can see little touches. So it's got a fully adjustable rear sight. It's got a fiber optic front sight.
Right.
And you can see little touches like on the top of the slide how it's not complete. It's not round. It's
kind of grooved.
It's grooved to reduce glare. But there it is. You can fondle that.
Fondle this.
Thanks from the Peanut Gallery there.
There it is. I mean, it's straight out.
Yep.
There's no tilt.
And when you pull the slide back and you're looking into the chamber hole, you can actually see the. So if you release the slide there, there you go. Now look into the chamber there where your hand is when you turn it around so the barrel's facing the other way.
I wish that everyone could see this.
You mean to muzzle myself?
There you go.
Oh, that.
Now pull back on the slide.
I'm not going to muzzle myself. Rob's here.
He's saying that as he muzzles himself. Literally, he's literally.
Please muzzle yourself. But you can actually see the rotation there.
Yeah, see it?
Yeah. That's neat.
It's known as a rotating barrel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Welcome to the conversation, Rob.
I just wanted to come back and see if you were talking about any other brands.
That's coming up next.
Yeah, but
what's your thought on the rotating barrel, Rob?
So it's interesting. It's a different recoil impulse than people are used to. It is. These guns are tanks. These guns are like indestructible. They are incredibly well made. They're incredibly reliable. The triggers are really nice, actually. And even on the striker-fired guns, people have been really impressed with it. And for a gun that is unorthodox, it's really well made. And I think that's what people have had to wrap their minds around with the Grand Power line is, no, it's not the gun you're used to. It's a different kind of gun, and it's really even unlike some of the other rotating barrel handguns that we've seen in the U.S. So I was skeptical, and these guys sent me a couple, and I shot them. I shot them with my guys down there at Ancient City, and they have regularly now let a lot of different people shoot them, get exposed to them, and everybody comes back. That feels a little different with the rotating barrel. It's just it's a different recoil impulse, but it's smooth. It is a smooth shooting gun. It's a flat shooting gun, and like I said, incredibly reliable. So, not what you expect to see when you pull the gun out of the holster, so to speak, but it is an incredibly durable, reliable, and proven system. I'm really excited about the striker-fired side of that line, obviously, because that's that's where we are as far as concealed carry and recommendations we make for home defense. So that's really
So they're going to come out with a striker-fired?
The striker-fired guns. The first one is the Q100.
The Q100, there you go.
Basically the service model size at 4 1/4 inch barrel and the 15 rounds, but that one will be out now in May. And then now they've come out with a smaller frame one called the Q1S. Very short frame, 12 round double stack, and the barrel, but there's still a little bit longer barrel at 4 inches.
Okay.
This was the 5 inch, it's kind of like if you took a 1911 and then had a 1911 CCO.
Right.
So it's got the shorter grip, but still the longer slide. But we're excited about both of those.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't think I shot this one.
No, I had the short 10 millimeter there, the 4 1/4 inch one, which I'm not sure if you shot or not, but you have shot some Grand Powers before.
I definitely need to.
Yep.
The rotating barrel, I definitely need to get a
absolutely
more.
Yeah, we'll have the long slide 10 at Big 3 for you to shoot and all the other guys, and we'll also have the striker fired gun, and hopefully by then too the new Strybog, which is basically, if you're familiar with the CZ Scorpion.
Yeah.
It's the same type of 9mm pistol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And now with the ATF saying that
that's going to be awesome.
That you can shoulder those things, you'll be able to
put the braces on.
You can put the brace, and so any of those braces will fit on it as well.
So that's something that I want to talk about too, but we're not doing it right now.
Yeah.
We'll get Rob over here and we'll get his opinion on it too, as far as the pistol braces and those things. But So yeah, the Grand Power, that's nice. That's really nice.
We're really excited about this line, and really it's become me and Mike's little baby, just because we believe in it so much, and they're such awesome pistols.
Yeah. And the trigger on that one was really nice too.
They're I have not shot one that's done anything but impress me, and everybody that I've seen shoot one, all the online reviewers, the magazine reviewers, we have not heard anything but the highest remarks about these guns. And we're seeing the consumer awareness grow on them. It's just where we run into anything is when it's the same as everybody else.
Is there
it's getting
any
them
other
into retail?
Any other gun that's got a rotating barrel?
The
like
Beretta
that?
PX4 would be the closest thing,
Okay.
and the old I think the Beretta Cougar, which is now the Stoeger Cougar, has a version of it.
Hello.
Has a version.
We got another joiner.
We got rotating guests.
Yeah, rotating guests like rotating barrel.
She just classed us up here,
Our friend Rebecca is
Hi,
here.
Rebecca. How are you?
Hello, I'm quite well, thank you.
Good. You get a little closer. You can pull it in there a little bit. Can you hear yourself in there? Talk.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes, I can hear myself.
Okay. All right.
So we were
Make
talking
sure
about the
she's
Versa XT a little bit ago, and Rebecca's
The
shooting
Versa
the
XT.
Versa XT.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's one of your guns you're using in competition?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Well, tell us about it.
Well, I just got it, and first thing I noticed right off the bat was the front sight. I could actually see it. It was great.
Well, good.
Because it has the fire active sight, and I'm used to the standard white dot.
Right.
So it was nice to be able to see it. So when I first brought it up, pulling the trigger was a little bit faster because that target acquisition was faster.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the reset on it being so short, and it's just a nice. He's loving
I'm
the
in
trigger
love with
on
the
it.
trigger.
The reset is nice. Before it, that's pretty much the first thing I do. I get a new gun, establish my grip, and what does that trigger feel like? And I was a little surprised,
Have you
actually.
noticed
It was
that
a little
you're a little
nicer than I
quicker?
had.
You're a little quicker with it?
A little bit. A little
Yeah.
smoother on the
Smooth,
speed, yes.
Because it is. I mean, that reset is just right there.
It is.
It's like hardly even. It's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even think about it. Like breathe and it's done.
Yeah.
I love it. So let's talk about the competitions that you're shooting.
This year, well, I'm doing both 3-gun and USPSA.
Okay.
So it's been a long time since I've been in USPSA, so I'm starting off with some smaller matches, more in my local area, and I'm up to about 100 miles out.
Okay.
And then shooting
Kind of got
that
your
in the
wheelhouse
3-gun.
that you're.
Yeah,
Your circuit.
yes.
And where are you from?
I
Where's
live
your
in
area?
northern Maryland.
More picture ops.
Yeah.
More picture
Everybody's
ops.
taking pictures of us here.
More photo ops. So I'm sorry. Where are you?
Northern Maryland in
Northern
Carroll
Maryland.
County. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
So,
So your 3-gun competitions. You got one coming up soon?
yes, I do. I have the 3-Gun Nation East
3-Gun
Regional.
okay.
That's coming up next weekend.
Good-
So,
And that is where.
Good luck on
where is
that.
why,
gonna
thank
be?
you. That's going to be in South Carolina,
Okay.
in Clinton, the
That's
Clinton
at
House.
Clinton House. That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be down
Be
south
there.
some more.
Yes.
You're gonna just move down south.
I might
Move
as
down
well.
here, yeah.
I actually will be soon. My husband's Navy, and he's going to retire in December. And we're
Tennessee
thinking
is a
about-
great place.
I've heard. I've
Tennessee.
been there. Yes.
I know a great real estate agent. can hook you up.
All right. I appreciate it.
This
Shameless
guy
plug.
right here.
All right.
But no,
shameless
3-gun competition in our area is huge in
It
Tennessee.
is.
Yeah.
It actually would be nice to
growing.
get, a little further south. Staying in the east, we're thinking about the northern Alabama, Huntsville area. That's a possibility. And
No, you don't want that.
Yeah, well, the proximity to the matches that I normally drive to, instead of being that 10, 12-hour drive, I'll have 3 hours, something short.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that will be a little better for
It's
me.
like 3.5 hours to get here to Hot Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so-
I'll definitely be somewhere
That's the great thing about
east,
Tennessee is
south.
it's pretty much you get anywhere within 5 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is pretty centrally located there.
It is.
This southern eastern part of the country is a huge hub.
Yeah.
It's like the
Right.
mecca of 3-gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how are you doing so far? The season's about still early, right? Kind of just started,
it's pretty
didn't it?
early in the season, and the gun.
Maybe a month into it or
Yeah.
so?
Well, the Versa is new to me, so 3-Gun Nation. I brought it out to the range, several times, but this coming match will be the first time I shoot that particular pistol in a competition.
So this will be your first.
So it'll be the debut.
There we go.
of that.
We're expecting
fingers crossed.
Oh, I know.
We're expecting big things. Big things.
Yeah.
Who's going to be in
so.
who else is going to be there shooting?
I know. Well, yes, the Clevengers will be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
I
talked
know.
about them.
Yep.
And
They're going to be on tomorrow.
Yep,
There'll
they're
be-
coming in tomorrow.
There'll be, I'm going to say there's quite a good handful of the female shooters that are going to show up.
Okay.
So it's always like a reunion anyway, going to these matches.
Have you ever been to any in Rock Castle in Kentucky?
Yes, I've shot that for the last couple of years.
Okay,
The
I've probably
Rock
seen
Castle
you up
match,
there
and
then, because I
you
go up
might
there.
have.
Yeah.
Mhm. I've
Yeah.
shot the
Beautiful up there. I love Rock Castle.
You just can't beat, the
I'm
scenery.
telling
And
you.
coming from Maryland, and I go across, through West Virginia and all that, the hills and the
Oh,
mountains
yeah.
that I'm used to,
You got
and
a
then
beautiful
going
drive.
on into Kentucky, it's just beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, the fog coming back is not
Oh,
my
yes.
friend.
Don't appreciate that much.
Don't love the fog, but if I'm during the day, it's gorgeous.
Now, have you ever had an opportunity to shoot in their caves? Do any of the cave
No,
shooting?
I have not.
Like some of their, not really, they don't do the competitions there, but they'll have some like fun shoots, and they've got caves there, several caves
Wow.
that are really cool, and they'll do the night vision and thermal and things like that.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'd love
it
to
is.
Try that.
Yeah, they do some fundraisers and things like that up there.
Oh, cool.
I think those guys are here, Nate Noble and the
Uh-huh.
crew. I think they're here at NRA.
Yeah, I know them. Those are good people.
Yeah, good peeps
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And they're building that 2A community up there.
They are.
They've got a development that's 2A friendly, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and the people that are moving in there are all 2A oriented kind of homeowners.
That's great. I
It's
love
pretty
the
cool.
trend toward rather than the trend away from. It's
Right.
great how it's starting to grow.
Yeah.
A little more.
Yeah,
More
well,
and
that's
more,
what it is. I mean, it's people like you, and getting the word out, and portraying, our industry in a good light. Counteract all the negativity. That this is nothing but just a good old boy network. Bunch of redneck white bubbas, running around shooting their shotguns in the air, kind of deal. Where, hey girl, this is one of the most diverse industries there is, and it always has been that way. It's just the media puts that twist on it, that spin, and makes us out to be evil and not welcoming, and
That's what they want.
that's what they want. But she brought up a good point, how we're gaining ground, and that stereotype is being changed.
It's slowly starting to change, and there's a lot of things that we're trying to do to help that along. A lot of the women getting involved, and then they get their families involved,
Right.
and then people see and they're like, oh, there's women there, and then they come in and just introducing your neighbors and stuff with the whole family is
Right.
kind of a big deal. And then other outside projects that we get involved with, Diana Muller, and she does the DC project.
Yep.
Where we're bringing in 50 women, one from each state, to the White House, and we're going to DC to start promoting things like that, to do that very
That's awesome.
thing, changing the face of who the traditional gun owner is. And
Right, and we're
all
going to
of
have
that
her
helps,
on
and-
tomorrow. I think she's going to be on. She's going to talk about that.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah. So what are you doing with your rifle? What are you using for your rifle?
I use a Rise Armament. They have the 315 Charlie version out. They call it the Splinter One, and that one is also new to me this year, and it's been
You just
great.
kind of just kicked everything out and starting fresh, huh? What about your
Oh,
shotgun? You got a new shotgun too?
I have the same shotgun.
You got the same reliable
I have the
shotgun.
Beretta, yeah, I've had the Beretta 1301 since I started competing, and that one's worked well for me. So I don't really see a reason to change
That's
that up
right.
unless
If it ain't
someone
broke.
hands
If it
me
ain't
something
broke,
better.
right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
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 So-
Once you find a shotgun you like, it's hard to change your shotguns.
It is.
Well, good. Well, we wish you well
Thank you. I appreciate it.
on the season, and for Three Gun Nation. How you looking for that so far?
This will be
how's
my
your
first
standings?
3 Gun Nation this year.
This first one this year? Okay.
So
Is your goal to go to the finals?
What time does show close?
that's
the
everybody's
TV
goal.
thing,
That'd
I mean,
be great.
Is that like
I
a
don't-
goal? I want to do that.
I don't have have a lot of Three Gun Nation on my schedule. I do more outlaw than that. So the rock castles, the Rocky Mountains, those kind of things that aren't affiliated with Three Gun Nation. But
Right.
if I do well, I'm happy with that. That'd be great.
I got you. So before Rob gets out of here, we got to get an update on the PD10.
All right, wait,
Avidity
Rebecca,
Arms.
I need my microphone back.
Oh,
But I'm glad
sure,
you're here.
sure.
But I need Brad, jump on this mic over here.
Rob just comes and takes over everything. Here,
He's going to switch with you.
you guys can have this one.
Yeah,
Rebecca, thank you for being on.
Get that on.
Appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime. Yep.
All right, so
All right, so now
we are.
Now
Now
we're
we're
going to
here.
get an update on the PD10
yes,
Avidity Arms from Mr.
Brad.
Rob Pincus.
No.
Brad?
from Brad.
Okay.
Well, I brought
Oh,
him over
that's
here.
me.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, nice to
Introduce
meet you.
yourself to the listeners.
My name is Brad Thomas, engineer on the PD10.
So so I keep saying like, hey, we're doing this. When I say we're doing this, or when I say the engineers doing this, or when I say the people actually building the damn thing, or whatever I say, that
Right.
me and Brad, all that's Brad. So Brad, like, so we're standing over here, and Brad, I have 3 guns, and there's 3 different magazine release pressures and travel distances, and he says which one of these is about right. And I
Right.
say, A is great, B we can live with, C I don't like that one at all. And then what happens is if B can be done at like half the cost and a third of the time of A, then we go with B. But if A and B are same cost, same time, all that, then we go with A. And that's kind of how it works. So there's always better, right? And theoretically, we could always make it 4% better, 2% better. But if it's 2% better at twice the cost, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I don't know those things, right? So that's why we have the Brad.
That's why you have the
Yeah.
Brad.
Yeah, that's why we argue.
Oh yeah, because sometimes there's a 200% that I want, and I
Right.
don't care if it's 200%. We got to do it.
It's like having children.
200% and triple the
Like
cost.
having children. Literally, like 2 young boys.
What
like
you mean?
button
Like
heads.
Don't
birthing?
make me pull the
Oh,
car over.
You should say raising children. Because when you say having children, I'm looking for stretch marks.
Stretch marks.
Don't bring those up. Those are hurtful.
Sorry.
So,
No.
what's the outlook? Is it ready to go? Or are we still shooting for when it gets really hot this summer?
Oh, it'll be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's going to get released.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this year.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We're striding forward.
This is
one step at a
2017. 2017. Okay.
2017.
Yeah.
We have a grip mold done. We have prototype shooting thousands of rounds.
A month that starts with July.
What? Is he having a stroke?
August.
I think he's having a stroke. Yeah, it'll be hot.
Sure. Yeah, it'll be hot. It's gonna be hot, but you've pretty much got it where you want it now, right?
There's very, very few questions, right? So for example, why were we looking into magazine release? And you're like, wow, it's like the gun may be out in 3 or 4 months, and we haven't figured out the magazine release. We figured out the magazine release. Like I said, B has been working just fine. But as the guns were in, and a lot of like the prototype parts, I've had to learn this, and they may be handmade, like literally, right? Handmade, or it's not heat treated. So the first 50 times you use it, it is right, but then it starts to wear in differently because it may not be heat treated or it may not be coated the same way. So there's sort of steps, right? There's the idea, and then there's the model, and then there's a working prototype, and then there's a model of the production thing based on what you knew, what you did, and what you didn't like. And then eventually you actually have to get a production part, right? And then that's where Mike is like, guys, I don't want to order 6,500 of something for the first run unless you're 100% sure. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure, I guess.
I'm pretty sure.
And Brad says, I'm an engineer. We're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
So
never give 100.
I'm 99.2% sure.
Let me get a lawyer to explain it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'll
it's
never say yes.
It is. It's been.
How
been
do you
an
feel
adventure.
about it? Is it ready to go in your opinion?
As soon as we have,
So no.
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's addressing Brad with this question.
This
Yes.
is Brad.
Yes. So basically,
Rob's been dancing around it here.
we have
Hot.
more.
It's gonna
We
be
have
hot.
more testing because we want to test and test and test and test.
Sure.
And that's our holdup right now.
Okay.
We have to finalize our testing
Got
and
your
make
final
sure we
testing.
are all happy. The problem is every time you test one, you've now ruined that one. So you need more parts to
Who's
test
testing?
another one.
Who's doing the testing? You.
Yeah, I mostly end up doing, I guess, like I've shot more rounds, or at least watched more people shoot rounds through it than anybody else.
Okay.
But what Brad does is a different kind of, like, for instance, he's on the slow motion camera. Like, he's looking at, like, tiny micro movements of bullets, whereas I just want to make sure, like, the bullety parts go in the chamber area and then shoot out the barrel hole, and then the brassy part gets pulled by the claw thing and gets knocked out by the post, and it goes away.
Right.
Like, as long as
the next one goes in.
I'm good. Yeah, and that's even better if the next one goes in. Like, then that's awesome. And if it stays open when there's no more bullet parts in there, like all those things, that's really, I'm happy. And then, but I'm gonna shoot it 1,000 rounds, or let's put it this way: Brad will say shoot a couple hundred rounds, and then I'm gonna shoot 1,500 rounds, and say that's a couple hundred ish.
And then later I find out it's like 3,000.
I didn't know if maybe you had a Gary that did the testing.
No, there's no Gary. No,
you
so
got
then
a
I send it back.
You have several.
Hey, by the way,
people
my
that you end up
role
having
is to
shoot.
drink martinis.
Yeah,
and just pray for the
and
best.
just keep these two separated, right?
No, and then I'll send it back, and by what's happened to it while I've been messing with it, like, he can then look and say, oh, okay, well, this part's wearing the way I thought it would, or not the way I thought it would, or whatever.
This is irregular. We gotta.
And he asks a lot of good questions. So he'll ask questions then that I wouldn't even have thought of. He'll say, well, did you feel this, or how did that feel? And it's like, I'm paying attention to the trigger maybe, and he wants to know about the slide stop. So we're looking at it from different angles, like literally and figuratively, which is, I think that's how you end up with the product that I'm going to be happy with, that's actually going to work, right? So as opposed to, because here's the problem, what I learned is I can take the gun, right? I can take one of these prototype models and find like 14 redneck engineer friends of mine to all, like, that one guy is going to, like, take a spring off like a Ford pickup truck and, like, stick it somewhere when it's getting a little finicky, and, like, we made it work. And at first I was like, man, if my redneck buddy or this guy here, who he worked in the aerospace and engineering area, and he's like cutting parts of his house off and sticking it in the gun to shim something, and it's working. If these guys can all figure stuff out and it's working, it's like, why can't we do this? And then Brad, well, that's great. If that guy's going to hand build each one and people don't mind shims, I'm sure we got to figure it out. Well, that doesn't
start
sound
a new
right.
trend.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Shimming your gun.
So all that experimentation, I guess, in the field, so to speak, then informs what Brad does with, like, actual science and engineering. And consistency enough that we can then produce 6,000 of them at a time, as opposed to like one at a time. And my buddy's house, I mean, he's going to run out of parts.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion? Is it ready to go?
I think we're close. I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mike Sodini.
Yes,
Mike Sodini.
I'm like closed captions for the visual impaired on the radio.
Yes. No, this has been an experience for me too, because I know nothing about manufacturing.
Right.
I know about sales and marketing. But we've been very honest with, I guess, people who have been following this journey, and maybe that has worked against us sometimes, where people are like, this thing's never going to come out. But we've been an open book about the experience. Right. It's kind of fun to see this whole thing. I know we're close. A couple setbacks happened because we randomly just picked up and went to IWA to look for international distribution, and that takes the gun out of the engineer's hand, and I'm like, we just got to send it over there, and then it's over there for 3 or 4 more weeks, and these are all delays that I'm learning that I would have never done if I understood what it meant to take the gun out of the guy's hands. But we're close. Yes,
good.
They better be.
I'll take close. We're close.
The difference is normally you don't hear about a gun until it is ready.
That's true. Yeah, that's
true. You used to hear about, like, I always use, like, the Ruger Gold label as the example. You heard about that, but then you weren't part of the process. It was like there was an advertisement for it, and and then you couldn't buy it for 2 or 3 years, and then so the industry got really like, well, we're not going to talk about it until it's completely ready. And then nobody told Glock, right? So like the Gap 45, that Glock 37, that was announced like 6 months before anybody could see it. And then so you see these trends where people will announce guns just to announce them, and other people will actually wait. Like Springfield, the XDE, they just announced that, like, they said, we have a gun coming about 2 weeks ago. And it was a press event, but it was embargoed, and it was like a 2-week lead up, but they didn't ever show the gun until today, and you can go buy it next week, right? So for us, we've done it kind of, I feel like it's a combo where you said, we have this gun we're working on, announcement, kind of cool, like new company, training guy involved, distribution company involved. It's done imported guns forever. Now they're doing sales and marketing distribution for a U.S. gun. And what we're doing is going to show you the process. We're going to let you peek behind that curtain a little bit, and I think some people love it. They get it. They
Do you
understand.
think by doing it this way, it's actually helped, or has it hindered you in the production of the gun, in the manufacturing of the gun? By doing an early, letting people know. Yeah,
roundtable, one-word answer: helped or hurt?
Yep.
Both.
Both. So hurt. It can't be both.
Yeah.
God.
I would lean towards hurt in my aspect because it slows me down.
So if you had it to do over again, would you wait until you had it completely ready before you told anybody about it.
No, I wouldn't do that. I might do it differently, but I don't know that I would wait until it was complete.
that's
I would. There's a different point at which I would have announced it. I probably would have announced it last September when we had the shooting model, when we've had the first like metal actual
Working
shooting
gun.
thing working. That would have now, like if we do it the next one, or if I were to, I don't know, if somebody's going to tell me, hey, I'm starting a gun company, how do you think I should do it? I would say wait till you have a shooter, and then let people behind the curtain. If you're not going to let them behind the curtain, then wait till you have a gun that's ready to ship to retail. But if you're letting them in, it's a small company, startup, a bunch of guys doing something they're passionate about, hence Avidity,
right?
Like that is, to me, it's cool to let people in. We just probably announced it early, so they waited 6 or 8 months where there was really anything to see. But if you just look at the last 6 or 8 months, there's actually been like development and cool things and testing and live fire and reasons and ideas and becauses. So I get that it has interfered with Brad's process for sure. And for me, it's there. It hasn't been like super smooth and easy and awesome either. But I think that on both sides, because you get those negatives in the social media. You're like, oh, you're just talking about it.
You always got that.
And if I were taking pre-orders, I would sort of like, I'd feel bad. Like if we had taken $1 from anybody and said we'll ship this gun to you someday, and they were griping, they'd have a right to gripe.
Yeah.
I got
Talk
guys,
about gripe. Yeah.
I got guys yelling at me because they saw a gun they
people
liked
yelling at you.
and I haven't delivered it yet because I want to make it right. And yet they're mad at me. I don't know why. Like, why are you mad at me?
Stole my money.
Be mad at Brad because he's the
Stole
engineer.
my money.
Be mad.
but if we ship it early and then
he'll
it
say
doesn't
be
work,
mad
they're
at
going to
Mike.
still be mad.
I'll be mad at everybody.
Mike
Mike's
took
gonna
it and
keep
shipped it
drinking
across,
martinis.
across the sea.
No, see, the thing is like I think that it may have hurt us a little bit now, but I think eventually, once the gun's out and it's readily available, I think it'll help us. The story, the way we handled it, the way we did what we did was kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
All right, it was fun, guys.
Rob,
thank you
for
very much.
The breakdown,
Yep,
the update.
you got it. Keep talking, and
gonna
we're
go watch-
high-fiving now is what we're doing, and then I'm gonna go do a thing
listen
with the
to
NRA
Trump?
2017. No, you kidding me? I'm not taking my gun off. I'll watch the highlights on the internet. I can't believe there's so many thousands of people at the NRA convention disarming themselves and waiting in line to go hear a speech they can see online in 2 hours.
Right.
Killing me.
You kill me, Whitey. You killing me.
okay, now he's gone. We can talk.
Ladies and
honestly.
gentlemen, now let's talk honestly about it. Now that he's gone.
No.
No, I know there are people that are anxious. They're ready for it. We've been talking about it for 2 years now.
There's
Somewhere
always,
around there.
There's always a battle between
I just want to keep the buzz going. I don't want the buzz to die down.
Production, sales.
Yeah.
They all want different things. They all want the same thing, but they all want different things.
I mean, how many times do you hear about a company saying, "Hey, we got this coming out," and then you never see it or hear from it again?
Yeah.
It disappears into.
Well, how many times do you go
oblivion.
to SHOT Show and there's a new gun coming out, but you can't buy it until August?
Right.
But they're ready.
And then it never
they're
shows
acting
up.
like it's ready to sell in January.
Yeah. Same thing. But I mean, you guys, this is gonna be reality. This is gonna happen. The gun's coming out.
This better
We just
happen.
want to assure everybody that it's gonna happen, Mike. Like, it better happen.
Hey, when you're self-funding a project like this, I need to make my money back.
That's right.
We are beyond the turning back point.
Yeah.
Which means it
is coming out. No, it's there. I mean, hey, this is my passion is just as much as any of these guys. You know what I mean? So, take
creating something new is awesome. It's got to be
that's
a great
gonna be
feeling.
amazing.
Yeah.
I was telling a friend that the other day. Said that to be able to go into a gun store and just be like, "That's mine." Like literally, I made that. I was part of that.
I made that. Yeah.
I was there from the start. I mean, that's what's cool about it.
From the freaking napkin in the bar to
I mean,
they literally did start a napkin in a bar.
Yeah, I mean, we met at a bar.
Yeah.
That's when I met Brad. That was I needed to find an engineer, and I remember having drinks with you and being like, "Can you do this?" He's like, "Yeah, let's do this, man. Sounds fun."
I could do anything. I'm an engineer, mother.
Yeah, and then we got Robin, and we were all drinking, and it was great. And then we sobered up, and we're like, "Oh shit!"
Damn.
You would
In reality,
we had
buzz killer.
We had all kinds of guns on the table because we were looking at how we wanted to do things, and we were just looking at stuff and sitting around drinking and just saying, "Okay, what do you want, Rob? What do you want here? What do you want here?" He's like, "Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this?"
Just making notes. I got a list.
I'm going to steal a quote from Roy from Devil Dog Concepts. You guys were thinking and drinking.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's how it started.
And I think I met Rob in Germany at a bar.
In Germany.
Yes, that was the first time I ever met him. It was at EWA. It was like 7 years ago or 6 years ago.
Cool. That's a cool story. So the whole story of the PD10, it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Can't wait for it to come out. I think mine, I get 0007, right?
You're up there, baby.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
All right. I get everybody to reserve that serial number for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have anything you want.
Very cool. And is there any other projects that might be in the works that we can talk about?
You know, without making Rob mad, we're definitely gonna be working on a couple other guns. So
Okay.
we got to just narrow it down to what we want to do. I just want gun number 1 to be out.
You just want to get the one, yeah.
We
Oh, it'd
can't-
suck if 2 came out before 1, you know?
My
You
wallet
can't-
hurts, which makes my head hurt.
Right?
you know?
Yeah.
They're already mad that we're talking about 1. It's not out. We can't start talking about 2.
Can't even
Yeah.
talk about it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, guys, thanks for taking the time. Mike, again, so much thanks for hosting us
Oh,
here.
man. Thank you for being here.
Making NRA possible for us this year. And the Leadheads, they appreciate it too.
All right. Well,
All
thank
right,
you
man.
very much, man. And we will catch up with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Have a good one.
We'll be back with more coverage, guys. Stay tuned.
You get Blake Shelton, he would just soon be in the woods, I think.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
Right, yeah. Cool. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Leadheads, we are back with our coverage of the 2017 National Rifle Association annual meeting. It's a mouthful. And we are being hosted by our good friends at the Eagle Imports booth, 4742. Rafael, Mike Sodini, my boys. And we've got some celebrities in the house.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's definitely a big word for us.
So we got the beautiful, talented, lovely Morgan Mills,
Oh well, thank you.
morganmillsmusic.com.
Nice
NR
plugging you.
NRA Country.
Yes.
Tell me the name of your show. I always forget.
My show is On Location.
On Location.
Yep, it's on
That's
NRA
right.
TV.
NRA TV. Love it. And we have the Mullers. I got it right this time.
You
Nailed it.
Ryan and Diane.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
And you guys are celebrities in your own right.
We're big fish in a little pond.
Big fish in a little pond.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that, man.
The pond
You guys
of
are the
competitive
pond.
shooting.
Yeah.
In the shooting world, you guys are very well known.
Yes.
Yeah, very well known. And do you guys have a TV show also?
No, we kind of land on TV every once in a while.
Okay.
We're, Shooting Gallery, I'm kind of a co-host on there.
Yeah.
And
I
we've
did
been
the
on.
Big Gun this year, so that was a
Yeah.
good time on the Sportsman's Channel.
Okay. Very cool.
So you might see us on TV.
Yeah.
Not like
occasionally.
Morgan though.
Yeah.
We don't
We
have
gotta
our
work on
own
that, though.
show.
I'm not on real TV. I'm just on digital TV.
That's okay.
It's like my grandma's always like,
That's real TV nowadays, though.
It is. It's
Yeah.
That's
where
what
it's going.
people watch.
for half the people, but like my grandma's like, honey, what channel can I watch your show? And I'm like,
Granny.
well, I'm like on TV, but I'm not. She's like, oh, like so you're not on. I can't watch you. You're not on TV.
Yeah, Granny, I'm on the future TV.
yeah.
I'm on the computer TV.
She doesn't understand that yet, but yeah.
Right.
That's
So
the
do
way
you
it's all
do
going.
you video the stuff or tape it and then take it to her so she can watch it, or
I haven't
you just
yet.
bring
I
your
guess
computer
I should.
over there? You should do
I
that.
guess I should. I'm a bad granddaughter.
Oh,
Thanks,
man.
Marty.
I'm sorry.
I'll do that now.
So you did a great event last night,
NRA Country did their annual jam last night,
and
which
it was
is
a
really
jam. Were you guys there
We
for
were
that?
not.
You didn't make it for that?
We didn't.
Nope.
It started a little bit early, so everybody was having
I'm rubbing it in
dinner, and then the auction was going on. But we had a good turnout, and it was Chris Jansen, you know, the guy who sings, "You can buy me a boat
You
Yeah.
can buy me a truck
to pull it.
to pull it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
You can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets."
Oh,
Wow, I feel
yeah.
like I sound exactly like her. Or not. It's
Hey,
close. It's
no
close.
offense to Chris, but you do a much better version of that.
Oh, thank you. Maybe
Yeah.
I should cover that song.
I think you
Beautiful
should.
voice.
I like it.
There was a lot of talent there last night. Lindsay L. She was amazing.
She was amazing. Yeah, that girl could play some guitar.
She really can. She's
Holy
like Keith
cow.
Urban. She's like the female Keith Urban.
She was better than Keith. She could, yeah, she could play for him.
She's really
She'd
great.
be lead guitarist in any band.
Yeah, and then Josh Thompson, he's an avid outdoorsman, is always hunting and has been with the NRA for a while. And
Written
Kerry
some
Barlow.
songs.
Kerry Barlow is you might not know his name. He's not like a singer per se. He can sing, but he's a big songwriter in town. So we were going over. I was interviewing him. We were going over what songs he's written, which I know he's written for like Florida Georgia Line and Dustin Lynch.
A
but
boatload.
then he says like these ones like American Honey by Lady Annabella,
Yeah.
like songs that I was just like, oh my gosh, that was like you broke history with that song.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool.
That boy's written some pretty big hits.
Yeah, and that was the cool part about last night. It wasn't necessarily this massive production and jam. It was kind of just
Yeah.
like guitar pool, stories behind the songs, how they wrote it.
Yeah,
what
there was no
inspired 'em.
big band behind it. They were just there with their guitars and singing their song.
I actually prefer that as opposed to a full-blown concert, just because you feel the intimacy and you want to hear them talk and you want to hear their stories. You want to get to know who they are, as opposed to just hear the songs that you sing on the radio all the time.
Yeah, and it's like a lifestyle. This whole, NRA, it's a lifestyle, and so it was cool that they could like talk about their music, but also talk about hunting and guns and stuff. So the crowd loved it.
You can touch it. Don't be afraid of it.
I don't want to know what you're talking about, Marty.
There's something about the microphones here.
People can't see this.
Just
right
the
now.
microphone.
You need to reference that.
They like innuendos on this show. So.
Just see how it feels.
He could have been talking to Ryan.
But it was a great event, and you did an awesome job hosting it.
Well, thank you.
You were the hostess with the mostest.
Hostess with the mostest. I tried.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let's talk about the Mullers. Now, three-gun competition, three-gun world. Again, you guys are very well known, very competitive.
That's what we do, and three-gun has basically exploded over the past, I found it in 2009 when there were like 5 major matches, and I just looked the other day, and they have like 69 major matches this year.
Nice.
Yeah, you
that
can
are on
shoot
a
more
schedule.
than one major match per weekend, and that
Yeah.
really shows
That's
a
huge.
lot of growth in the sport and
Sure.
the shooting sports in general. It's not just three-gun, it's the PRS, it's the PCC. You've got USPSA kind of changing their rules around. So the competitive market is really growing, and that's neat to see, because it's not just the people that have been in the sports already. It's the new, it's the young, it's the future of the Second Amendment. And that's something that we really promote.
The word's getting out there, the interest. We're doing a great job on our end, I think, of pushing and promoting it to just a layperson, I guess, in general.
And that's
creating a buzz and an interest.
That's what we love about the shooting sports, is that we get to actually have fun and use our firearms a lot more than the average person. Even the hunter, he was a hunter before he found me. And how many rounds
Now,
a
did
year?
you find her, or did she find you?
I've got a whole different story. I probably can't even tell on here.
But,
and it changes.
Anything goes on this show.
It goes from drugs and hidden conspicuous places to. She was 22 years LE. She worked against narcotics on a rougher side of Tulsa, so she's got a lot of experience. I was the naive country kid turned engineer, and I'm in the middle of a big city now, so I didn't know which stores I should or should not go in and out of.
When he was riding along with me.
Yeah.
We'd ride along.
Oh, you did the ride along.
Yeah.
I bet
He
you got
was
some
gone.
good stories to tell.
One day he was just gone out of my car, and we're in a parking lot of a convenience store that was, murder capital of Tulsa, and he goes in to buy a sweet tea, and I was like, you can't go in there.
Right on.
Yeah, 99 cents.
I love that it was like
Sweet
a
tea.
Southern, I'm just going to go get some sweet tea.
Yeah.
Made it.
A badge of honor.
Yeah.
He made it through Tulsa. But no, the law enforcement career was great, and this is kind of a second career for us, and he got out of engineering, and this is what we do now. And
it's your gig, it's your thing.
Yeah, and if you guys are, any of you are wondering, what it's like to do shooting for a living, and it sounds great, just remember that you will make exceptionally less money than you would if you go to school and work a real job. So
So
just
make
be
your money
forewarned.
first.
Exactly. Or
And then
spend accordingly.
make this your retire hobby. Yeah.
But we have a passion to share the shooting sports and preserve the Second Amendment. And last year, actually, I started a little project called the DC Project, because I'm that creative, because we were going to DC, and that's all I could get.
DC Project.
But
short, simple.
Yeah, to the point.
Catchy.
Basically, what I wanted to do was get 50 women, one from every state, to go to DC together and meet their legislators and just shake their hands and introduce themselves as a gun owner and a Second Amendment supporter. So it wasn't the big scary NRA coming in.
Right.
It wasn't an organized effort. It was just a grassroots type deal, and to really establish relationships with them and say, hey, let's go to the range. Is there something as I can do as a professional shooter? I've got a radio, talk show, gals, everybody who's across the United States, one from every state. So, Christy McMahon, you may have heard her story. She went with us last year from Indiana or Kentucky. I can't remember which state she went for, but I put her into Dianne Feinstein's office, because she is, I had my little power group of really powerful
she
stories
appreciated that,
and diversity. But, and that was 6 months off after her attack that we were there. So she was telling her story to legislators, and she's pretty amazing. She's an attorney, and she was leaving work one night, and they have video footage. If you want to look at it, they have video footage of her in the elevator with this guy, and she kind of had a weird feeling. She runs to her car, and she almost gets the door shut when he hits her, and she's got a console. She's been over the console. She's breaking ribs. She's all 10 of her fingernails are busted. She's fighting for her life. Well, she has a gun. and it takes her a while to get to the gun. He has a knife, and he's stabbing at her, but it's winter, and she's got several layers on, so she wasn't damaged in that way too bad.
Gosh.
But it was a serious attack.
Yeah.
So when she tells her story, Yolanda Diane Feinstein, who says that a gun can't save my life, well, a gun did save her life.
She was able to get to it.
She was able to get to it, and she ended up shooting
Stop
him,
the
and
threat.
she can't go back this year because his trial is coming up.
Oh, okay.
Right on top of when we're coming. So very powerful things. It gives me the goosebumps just talking about it. But that's why
amazing,
why we have the Second Amendment.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I really want to get guns and not guns.
Now,
but
is this
just,
something you're going to do every year?
Yes, yes.
okay.
I hope that it continues, and I want to get pistols and rifles in their hands because really, pro Second Amendment legislators are probably traditional shotgun people,
Right, yeah.
And that's kind of their only experience with it. So I really want to get. We're
Grab
adding,
your shotgun and go out on the balcony and fire off a couple of shots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Just
don't
right
wanna,
into the air.
Yeah, right in there.
Yeah.
You know, in the
we don't want to
neighborhood,
take your Second Amendment away. You just shoot a couple times in the air, but anybody
which I'm
listening,
pretty sure is against the law to do that.
it is against the law.
inside the city limits.
So
where he
do
was.
not get your training from vice
From Joe
presidents
Biden.
that do not know what they're talking about.
Right.
But yeah, just getting rifles and pistols in their hands, and we've added a range element this year. We're going back in June
Very cool.
and trying to take.
So,
some
are
of
you
them
getting a
to the
good
range.
response from the legislators on this?
Yes, they. I think that they've told us that this is really impressive, and there's a lot of there's a lot of coldness, obviously, from the people who don't support what we do, and
No hesitation.
but we're just going to keep coming back. We're going to keep coming back and making them love us because we're the good guys.
Right. Yeah. We're on the good fight.
We
Fighting
are
the good
are
fight.
the good people, and they have it in their heads that we are the bad people, but we're just going to try to change their mind.
So tell us again the name of this movement. DC. Are you going to rename it? Is that
No,
I actually remembered that. You say it's simple, but I remembered it. I'm like,
it's just called the DC Project, and
The
it's
DC
nothing.
Project,
It's nothing big. It's just 50 ladies, one from every state. And I am missing some states. Of course, the Northeast is really difficult because we don't shoot up there. I don't know anybody up there, very few. So Rhode Island, Delaware, Vermont, New Hampshire, those states are
I'm
missing.
sure Morgan can help you with
know a
that.
lot of people. I can help you, and
She knows a
if
lot
you
of
ever
people.
need Tennessee, I'm there for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They have to be able to
She
sing.
shoots.
That's a
They have to be able to sing.
prerequisite to the
They gotta
DC
sing.
project.
Well, I can sing, and I'm an NRA pistol instructor, technically.
There you
Perfect.
go.
So I can shoot too.
There you
Yeah.
go. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It has a lot to do with changing the perpetual face of the average gun owner, and women. I'm the husband, so I kind of see it from the outside looking in. Women are much more approachable, especially in the legislative scene, as opposed to a guy, a wife beater, redneck, Bible thumping, AR holding. You've got a woman. They're hard to tell no. They're hard to turn down.
We probably have a
So-
different perspective.
But we are a little. We carry we're a
little
little
different
softer.
chemistry.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
softer. And people listen. I think it is all in the delivery.
Yeah.
And sometimes on who it comes from.
Right.
So if they expect it from, your
But it's
average,
good that you're doing that because it shows that women, are generally interested in behind our Second Amendment rights as well. It's not just the good old boy Bubba.
Yeah.
You know,
Which,
so-
I mean, and no offense if you guys are out there and you are the Bible thumping redneck. I'm perfectly
Bubba.
happy in a pair of overalls.
I mean,
and a
you're looking at
cutoff
me.
shirt,
I mean, that's
so,
me.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I'm the stereotypical, NRA.
Yeah, shoot it, eat it,
Right.
maybe mount it on the wall, whatever.
That's
I'm
right.
down.
Yeah. Two.
There you go.
An old spittoon. So I got it. So the DC Dedicated Chicks,
Ooh,
the
I like
Dedicated
it.
Chicks
I
Project.
like it.
Oh, there you go.
Unless that's like
Going
a
to
derogatory
DC.
remark. Is chick derogatory? I mean, is that?
I haven't
Not
heard
me.
that one
Is
yet.
that insulting?
So maybe you're onto something new.
She's probably
You
going to
know.
write a song about it.
Yeah.
Dedicated Chicks.
You can
You
buy
should.
me a chick.
That's it.
That is
No.
derogatory.
That was it.
Yeah, that's
Unless it's Easter, you're my little Easter chick.
Chick with no K, CHIC.
Yeah.
I love those little marshmallows.
Well, very good. So you guys, when's your next competition coming up?
Middle of May, we've got a week off, and
Babes with Bullets. It's down at the Mitchellix Shootout Lane. If you guys are familiar with Jerry and Kate
Oh, yeah.
Mitchellix, famous shooters, they're having a little match with an organization called Babes with Bullets.
Babes with Bullets.
Babes with Bullets. Yeah, it's fun, and that's the kind of the organization that puts it together. But this is just a regular 3-gun match. It's open to anybody. It's different skill levels. Everybody is welcome, from the professional all the way down to the newbie. So They probably have a website, but
Where's it at?
Outside Shreveport, Louisiana is where they're based.
Okay.
And it's called, Babes with Bullets is probably babeswithbullets.com.
Just Google it.
Google
Three
it.
gun
If you're in
Babes
the
with
area and you
Bullets.
want to come out and watch, it's free to come out and watch. Bring
Heck yeah.
eyes and ears.
That's
and
the great thing about the 3-gun competitions, guys. Is it doesn't they don't charge you anything to go watch these competitions.
No.
You can go watch your favorite shooters, or if you're interested in the sport, not really sure if it's something you want to get into, you can go for nothing and you can watch. And they're all over the United States. They're held everywhere. They're everywhere.
They are everywhere, and like we said earlier, there's more of them to choose from. So they're probably closer
Growing.
than you think. So
Are you guys going to be at Rock Castle? I see you got Rock Castle on there this year. You coming
I
up to
love Rock
Castle?
Castle. That's probably my favorite place to shoot. So
Well, it's beautiful up
they
there.
take such good care of you out there. They make it more of an event as opposed to just a shooting competition. They've got the live bands, they've got the food, and but yeah, we'll be there for the Pro-Am, the
Pro-Am.
Industry Choice Awards, and basically any other time that we get a chance to drive
To
through
get
and
up there?
stay and say hi to the Nobles. We'll
Very
do
cool.
it.
Well, that's just up the road from it. takes like an hour to get there less from Nashville.
And
so.
they have a Second Amendment community on
Yes.
the golf course, right?
We've talked about that. I've had Nate on.
Yes.
He's talked about his 2A community, which is awesome.
I'm like looking at it going, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be surrounded by other people that are like-minded.
Right.
So
They're like-minded individuals. And
I don't do golf, but I do shooting.
Yep. That's the thing. They got a golf course and they got they got the caves. Have you guys done the caves?
Yeah, we shot in the caves.
Yeah, love the caves.
Yeah,
Doing the
that's
thermal
cool.
down there.
Yeah, you should go if it's close to you.
Have you not done the caves? Have you
I
not
have
been to
not.
Rock Castle?
I have not.
Park City.
All those times that Andrew's gone up there with me, and
No,
all right, so
never
you gotta
been.
go. You gotta
Okay.
go now.
All right, next time.
Yep. It's coming up. I think they got one coming up pretty.
August is,
August.
well, the big match that it's called the Pro-Am. It's in
Let me ask
August.
you guys this question. Would you have interest in a themed, and I know they have them, 3-gun competition, World War II, using World War II era firearms, like an M1, a trench gun, shotgun, 1911, obviously for your...
Airsoft?
No, real guns.
Okay,
Not real
because I
stuff.
heard air.
Usually what they do to try to incorporate that.
Era.
I heard air
My
too.
Tennessee. Air.
Redneck.
What they try to do as opposed to having an entire match like that, because most people don't have those guns, all of them already.
Well,
and
no,
set
they
up
would
for comp-
supply those, and
Yeah, so
like,
what you do
like
is you-
inland, for instance. That's who came. We were talking about that a minute ago. He's like, "What kind of interest do you think? Raise money. It'd be a fundraiser for World War II veterans that are still alive."
Yeah. Do what you do is you go into a match like Rock Castle, the Pro-Am, and you do one stage. So one stage with all prop guns, you could do that. And there's usually a lot of interest in that. And if you
That's a
run it
good
as a
idea.
side stage, you charge for it, and then 100% of the proceeds go back to whoever you want it to go back to. So
Because it's like the
there is a lot.
5th anniversary of World War II coming up.
You're going to make me
Is
do
that right?
math.
Yeah, do the
math
math.
and
I don't know.
history at the
Stupid.
same time.
Right,
Make
yeah.
me Google.
Anyway, it's one of their big landmarks, the historical landmarks for the World War II is coming up.
Yeah, we need to get them with the Nobles and
That's what
throw
I was
that out
thinking.
there.
Rock Castle would be a perfect place
Yes,
for that.
it would.
Yeah.
Because they're into that.
Yeah. Morgan,
Yes.
what do you got coming up?
Well, this weekend, tonight, what do we got? I'm performing at the Ruger booth.
Okay. 5 o'clock? No.
2
that's
o'clock
2
today.
o'clock is okay.
Girls with Guns and Ruger are doing like a tailgate party.
Oh,
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, over there. And then 5 o'clock, I'm performing at NRA Country Soundstage. And then
Yeah, I've
tonight
got
is
that
the
blocked
big,
off. I'm going to
Oh,
that.
okay,
Yeah.
nice. And then tonight is Hank Jr. is doing the NRA concert tonight.
Okay, and you're going to be there for that?
Yeah, I'm Lee Bryce and Gretchen Wilson. So I love
Do
Gretchen.
you get to sing?
I'm not singing,
Dadgummit.
but I'm
Interviewing.
I'm interviewing them for my show, and I'm hoping. I love Hank Jr. Like, who doesn't? You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
if you love country music. But I heard that he's like so cool for school, which I mean, he's the son of like country
Right.
royalty,
Well,
and
he's
so
a
he
freaking
can
legend
do
himself
that.
already,
Yes,
you know, so.
exactly. So, but I heard he like sometimes doesn't do meet and greets if he doesn't feel like it, or doesn't do interviews. So it's kind of like even if we schedule it, it's you never know if it's
Yeah.
gonna happen or not. So
Well, I hope you get it.
we'll see. I would
Tell him
love
he needs to
talk
be on
old
my
Bo
show.
Cephas. I know.
He used to do Talking Lead.
That's exactly what I'll say to him.
You're like,
Hey, Bo Cephas, I'm Morgan Mills. Nice to meet you. Let me
Talking
talk
Lead.
about Talking Lead. That's what I'm going to say.
Here, let me give you a sticker to give to him.
Okay. That would be easier.
Don't even
That's
tell him
because
you're going
it's
to do it.
serious.
Just slap it on inconspicuously. Like, oh,
On his
Throw it on his
back without him
guitar.
knowing.
Throw it on his
Yeah.
guitar, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll
It's a
never
good
notice
plan.
that.
I like that.
Well, guys, thank you. So, did we cover everything that you wanted to talk about?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Very good.
I'm excited to
and
get
what
on
about
and watch
your personal pages? Where people
On
can
Facebook,
follow
I'm
you guys.
Diana Muller 3-Gun, and on the Instagram, I'm Die 3-Gun.
I am Ryan Muller,
Princess
competitive
Di.
shooter, and Instagram is rmuller_3GNR for 3-gunner. So
Morgan
look
Mills
us up.
Music.
Yep, on all my socials.
Are they all Morgan Mills Music now? One of them's not.
One of them's Twitter is Morgan B. Mills.
Morgan B. Mills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone already had Morgan Mills Music. He's pissed about that.
How
Who
do
is
they do
this
that?
chick?
Who
I don't
is
know.
that chick?
I don't know.
We know
Guys,
people.
again,
We
thank
can
you
take
so
care of
much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks for
and
being here.
we need to hook up and do. I know you two definitely need to hook up. And,
Yeah, I'll give her my card.
and we're all about anything we can do to help push and promote your DC
Hopefully,
project.
we'll see you at. Hopefully, we'll
Castle?
see you at Rock Castle.
Yeah, you definitely will.
Yeah.
Maybe other places too.
Yeah.
I get around a little bit.
Awesome.
I've heard that
Like
about
Grunt
you.
style
Yeah,
parties. All right, guys, we will be right back. All right, guys, we are back at the 2017 NRA annual meeting, and I got that straightened out. It's not a convention; it's a meeting because the board members actually meet, but we don't. We just sit here and have fun and look at cool stuff.
Show off the goodies.
Show off the goodies, have cool people on. Well, actually, I guess we are meeting, aren't we?
Yeah.
Got a meeting here with Matt Metzger with Grunt Style.
Yes, sir.
You guys are familiar with Grunt Style. The Leadhead Nation is.
Excellent.
So this is the first time we've had you guys on. So for those who are living in a closet and aren't familiar with Grunt Style, tell us about your company.
Absolutely. So Grunt Style is the largest veteran-owned and operated apparel company out there. We focus to a lot of different organizations on our custom side. We work with businesses from your larger manufacturers to your little guys. We cater to everything in between. And we're a lifestyle brand. We are not just apparel, it's a lifestyle. We do different events, different parties. We've got Grunt Fest. We do shooting competitions, golf tournaments, you name it. Grunt Style's a part of it.
Very cool.
Yep.
What's one you got coming up?
So we've got our 2-gun run that's coming up. That's going to be in the Chicagoland area at the range at 355 on May 13th.
Okay.
We're going to have the Glock team out there showing off and signing autographs. So we're going to have all kinds of different prizes. Our prize table is impressive. Yeah. I wish I could compete because...
So is this open to anyone?
It is open to everyone. And we cater to a lot of the beginner crowd because it can be nerve-wracking to go into a competition not understanding everything or being new to that sport.
Yeah.
And we really cater. We try and take care of especially to the newcomer. So we've got a ton of prizes, so everyone should walk away happy.
He says a 2-gun.
2-gun. Yep. We'll be doing pistol and rifle.
Pistol and rifle.
Yep.
Okay. Very cool. So what have you seen any of the stages that they're going to have set up?
So the stages are being kept secret,
Okay.
but we did it last year.
Top secret. Come on, give us a little hint.
This is our second one we did. We set up, if you check out the Grunt Style Outdoors, they have a little promo video, so you can see kind of essentially what you're looking for. There'll be some movement, different stages with the rifle. A lot of it's a little more closer range because it is an indoor range,
right?
So you don't have to worry about getting everything set up and dialed in and reaching out there. So.
Right.
But it's a really nice and like I said, beginner friendly. So.
And again, where's that going to be?
The range at 355 in Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Yeah, one of the best ranges in Illinois.
Did they go online to register for this?
Yep. If you go to gruntstyle.com and look up the 2-gun run in the events section, you'll be able to find tickets for it. $75. You get lunch. You get tickets. You get, like I said, an amazing prize table.
Give us an example of what's going to be on the prize
we
table.
got the Tactical Edge Warfighter MOE rifle.
Ooh.
That's going to be a big one. The range at 355 is putting together an annual membership. That's about $500 in value. Just talking with Hyperfire today, they're going to donate some triggers of theirs.
Awesome.
We've got LAG Tactical.
I think we're actually going to get, don't hold me to this, guys, but I think we're actually going to get Hyperfire on the show this time.
Ooh, there you go.
So it's a little inside joke. We go. Last show, SHOT Show, I had like 3 people come by, and they're all wearing Hyperfire stuff. So every time they sit down, I introduce them as Hyperfire, but they go, well, we're in the Hyperfire's booth, but I'm with Cap Arms,
Yep.
I was like, well, I just interviewed 2 other guys about Cap Arms, so. Somebody tell me about Hyperfire. So.
Yeah, they got. I guess they run an awesome trigger. I haven't had the.
I've got a couple of their triggers. I'm running them
Do
now
ya?
in my Nordic Components 308. I've got one in it, and then I've got another one that I'm going to drop in. I'm supposed to get that 9mm from Nordic Components. I'm going to drop it in that one.
Very cool. They're talking about throwing some triggers my way, so I'm
Yeah.
I'm excited to
They're good
test
triggers.
it out.
Yeah,
So
they're very good triggers. So Matt, tell us a little bit about how Grunt Style got started, the history of Grunt Style.
So the history of Grunt Style goes back to our founder, Dan Alric. He was a drill sergeant down at Fort Benning.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted something that he could express his pride and patriotism and love for the military in apparel. So he kind of created some designs. He kind of came up with his own T-shirts, and people kept asking him, "Hey, man, that's an awesome shirt. Where can I get it?"
Right.
So he went and actually worked out of his house, creating different designs, selling them out the back of his truck to a lot of the soldiers and stuff down at Fort Benning. Kind of grew out of that, came back to the Illinois area, set up shop there, was selling stuff out of a spare bedroom, and really kind of grew this all his own. I mean, it's when you think about
the
it,
typical starting a business out of the garage story.
Exactly. So
and now they're one of the largest.
We are the largest, the largest military and patriotic apparel provider.
Very cool. Now, what else besides? I know you do hats too, right? What else do you guys do?
We do just about everything. So we got hats, hoodies, long sleeves. We run a great professional line. We've got some awesome polos. And what I actually do is I'm actually the director for outdoor and shooting apparel.
Okay.
So we started this up in January. So in January, we went through and did kind of a reorganization of the company. We separated into different brands. So Grunt Style as a whole is still there, but we are separated into different brands. So our graphic tees and things like that, that's on our street side. That's primarily where a lot of the business is held.
Urbanites.
Yes, exactly. And that's where a lot of the events and things are ran through, is the street team and the events team. But so these different brands that we have golf, so we have a big golf section.
You got golf apparel,
golf professional, a fitness line, and like I said, I run the outdoor side.
Right.
So the outdoor side, we're trying to get more products. We'll have some reinforced yoga pants for the female shooters and the female hikers and things like that.
Pants.
Everybody does.
God bless you for that.
And then we've got a shooting shirt out right now. It's an outdoor button-up. It's one of the most comfortable and best shirts I've ever worn. It's it's a button up. It's super lightweight. It's moisture wicking. You can roll the sleeves up. It's got a little.
I need
catch
one of
for
those.
the sleeves. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up for sure. And then
I need some new workout digs.
We'll be coming out with some ballistic shooting sunglasses. We've got different products, gear. One of our best ones are operator gloves. We can't keep those in stock.
Now, are you guys? Obviously, you're having somebody make this stuff for you, right? Or are you making it yourself?
So some of it is made at our facility in Carroll Stream, Illinois. Some of it is outsourced, and we work with different manufacturers throughout the industry as well. So it's all over. We try and source from the United States as much as possible. Sometimes it's not available,
right?
And that happens. But we try and go home. We try and go local as much as possible as well. So it's a great opportunity to get different products in.
I'm a V-neck kind of guy. Do you guys do V-necks?
We do. I'm trying to think which brand. I think the Pro line has a nice V-neck out. I'm not a V-neck, but we've got some good. If you check out the website, you'll be happy with what you find.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, definitely. Maybe we get a Talking Lead V-neck going.
There you go.
All my listeners are going, no, don't do that. I don't think the majority of people wear V-necks.
So that's what's nice is we got our custom line. We work with businesses from all over different facets too. It's not just in the shooting industry. We do different golf ranges, shooting ranges, obviously, but construction companies, trucking companies. Everybody runs those custom trucks. We've been down at the MATS, the Mid-America Trucking Show. We've done those shows where everyone's got their show trucks, and they love them. So we've done some amazing designs. Our designers can do anything you put your mind to.
What's up, Bill?
How you guys doing?
We're doing good. Good to see you, man.
What's up, Adam? How y'all doing?
Looking sharp.
Well, Trump's in town.
Are you hitting that?
Yeah.
I know. Well, no, I saw him in a suit last week.
That's right.
Yeah, he
should have seen, man. He was all dapper.
Oh, he's looking good now.
You go to my Facebook page. I got some pictures with the man himself.
Oh, Bill.
The award recipient.
What was it?
The Tomahawk.
Fleoa.
Well.
Yes. I got home and the boy tried to pull
You are
it
behind
off.
the man behind Fleoa, so.
Not me. It's a group effort. Not just
Is that
one
what it
person.
is?
Yeah, but the boy tried ripping that tomahawk off to go take it out in the woods. I'm like, hell no. Yeah.
Did
Let's do your thing.
Oh, that's cool. Y'all gonna be back later?
We'll be around.
Okay. All right.
I must have run into him 20, 30 times at SHOT Show this year.
Bill, he's all over the place. I'm telling you, man. He's everywhere.
He was stalking me.
So, Grunt Style website's gruntstyle.com, right?
Yep.
So
Gruntstyle.com. You can kind of separate it by different brands. So you can go in there, look at the street side, look at the golf side, look at the outdoor side.
I definitely want to check out your exercise apparel.
Fitness stuff is really growing. Yep.
Yeah.
We're trying to cater a lot more to the females as well because they're always looking for more.
Just
They're
keep
always
cranking
asking
out
for
yoga
more.
pants, man. Encouraging the yoga pants.
We'll definitely try and keep them happy.
Now, do you put stuff on there, or do you put like designs and logos on the yoga pants themselves?
There's some new yoga pants coming out here that will be awesome. There's going to be some sweet designs on them, and it's going to be.
Is that going to be like a secret reveal or something that you guys are going to be doing?
There's some stuff launching this year that will blow your mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can't get into too many details, but Grunt Style is
I'm
always
intrigued.
growing and always. There's always something new coming out.
A crotchless yoga pant, maybe?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Very cool. So what are your plans for the rest of the NRA meeting?
So we're looking at working with different manufacturers, different companies. We got our custom sales team out here that's walking the floor, meeting different people, and they're basically going through, and people want their T-shirts made. Mm-hmm. Now they can go and get something done with China or go through a big box store, and
China.
You're not getting the quality. You're not getting the Grunt Style shirt. Mm-hmm. So what's nice is people like to come to us and say, hey, we want to kind of partner with you, and you guys do our shirts, and we want the Grunt Style logo on there. We want the flag on there. You know, that assaulting flag says so much. It's about overcoming adversity and pushing through and assaulting through, any obstacle that comes in your way. So a lot of these businesses that have that same mentality, they really want to show that off in their apparel,
right.
And they get a big name like Grunt Style that kind of it shows some clout in the products that they're.
Now, how long have you been with Grunt Style?
I've been with Grunt Style coming up on 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah,
okay.
so I've seen it grow from. There was 65 people when I got started there, and I said, man, there's so many people. We moved shortly thereafter into our new facility. Mm-hmm. I said, man, there's no way we were ever going to fill this new facility. We had a line there. We had so much extra space. There was empty desks all over the place. Yep. And, now we're over 200 employees, half of which are veterans. We're on another big hiring push right now, so we're trying to get as many veterans as possible. Right. So if you live in the Chicagoland area or want to live in the Chicagoland area and a veteran, apply. We definitely encourage you to apply. There's a couple IT positions. There's always production and shipping positions, and veterans are guaranteed an interview with a good copy of their DD-214.
Gotta have that.
Guaranteed. So
DD-214.
Yes, sir. We are looking as many veterans as possible. It's definitely a good opportunity.
Very good. And can they go on your website and apply? Is that
yep,
where they go?
There's the job postings. If you go to gruntstyle.com, all the way at the bottom, it'll say Open Careers at Grunt Style. Yep. Just click that link, apply, and if you're a veteran, you're guaranteed a job interview. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, and
and if you tell them you're a leadhead, you're even guaranteed that much more.
There you go.
A leg up on getting hired.
There you go. We do. We like to show people that if you work hard, you can really excel. So a lot of times we have guys that start at the bottom. They start at making T-shirts, or they start in the shipping department, and they bust their butt and they work off. Everything that they make a name for themselves in the company, and you move up. I mean, I was lucky enough to where I started in sales, and now I'm in a director position. But there's plenty of people that have started in sales, gotten into the marketing, and they're looking at moving up. And the company's growing.
What's your background?
So it's funny you asked that, because I spent 6 years in the Marine Corps. While I was finishing up last couple of years, I went to college, got a degree in law enforcement. I thought I was going to be a cop. Got a degree in law enforcement and a second major in political science. I thought I was going to be a congressman.
Either criminal justice or political science.
Yeah, I contemplated going to law school, trying to see what other options were out there. Got into actually the private investigation field. out of college. Yeah. So I was actually doing some background work, investigations, going out there, catching workers' comp people mowing their lawns when they're not supposed to.
Cheating husbands.
Yeah, it's the stories out there. The stories that I got are
now,
pretty
did you
crazy.
drive a Ferrari?
I did not. No Magnum PI here. It was a blacked out SUV. So
there you go.
So I did that for 2 years in the field, and I moved into an office. Was doing that for about 2 years. So I got 4 years in the private investigations field. I got sick of it. There isn't a lot of money in it. Despite what everybody thinks, everyone wearing the suits and walking around, there's not a lot of money in it. So I started doing a little bit on the sales side of things. Really liked that. Left the company I was with to go to another couple sales companies. Sold cars for a little bit.
Okay,
that's a hustle there. Definitely gotta give some respect to those guys that are walking around the dealership like crazy.
Yeah,
but,
takes a special person to do that.
As the summer season was kind of coming to the end and the traffic was going a little bit slow, I said, I got to find a different sales job. This isn't going to last me through winter. I won't be able to survive.
Right.
And it's funny because I found Grunt Style through a YouTube video.
Really?
Yeah, I was on a page and one of our partners had shared a video of Grunt Style. And I said, you know what? This is just too good to be true. I said, that looks like an awesome place to work at. Their videos are funny as hell. I said, I really got to, I bet you they're in California, out in San Diego, or they're going to be out on the East Coast, in North Carolina or something, or down in Georgia.
Move to, yeah.
And so I looked just for kind of shits and giggles, and sure enough, they're in Schaumburg, Illinois, which was,
just
45 minutes away from my house. I said, this is a sign. This is a sign here. So I applied, started shortly thereafter, and been loving it ever since. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'm going to ask you a couple of new guy questions.
Okay.
Since it's your first time on the show. How did you, what's your first experience, earliest recollection of being around firearms? How old were you, and what firearm was it?
I was probably 6 or 7, I want to say. And my dad got me just a little old Red Ryder BB gun. He had an old one that he had when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And just plinking
in the backyard?
Yeah, little tin cans up on the fence line. And
now, is this in Illinois?
So I grew up in the suburbs, a tiny town called Big Rock, Illinois.
Big Rock.
Yeah, it sounds a lot bigger than it is. So there was about, I think there's like 1,000 people there. So I live smack dab in the center of town. Okay. My mom still lives in the same house, and there's a grade school right next door. So I would go out there, and this is years ago now. Now you can't get away with anything, but Illinois has got some rough gun laws as it is. But as a kid, I used to line up, go back behind the bus barn, use that as a backstop, and just shoot tin cans off of the fence line.
Off the Red Ryder BB gun.
Yeah, with a little BB gun. So
what was your first big boy gun?
I want to say my first big boy gun, I bought a Springfield XD 45 off of a guy that I was in college with.
Okay.
I bought that, and that was my pride and joy. It was my first firearm purchase.
Right.
I was actually in college. I'd been in the Marines for at least 4 to 5 years at that point in time. So it had been a while. I'd wanted one, but I just literally couldn't pull the trigger on which one. So it was kind of an offer. It was too good to refuse, and
you're like, let's do it.
Yeah. From there, I
now, did you get your carry permit after that?
I did. So in Illinois, it didn't pass until I think it was either 2012 through 2014. Sometime in there is when they passed all the legislation for it. Don't quote me on the date, but
we won't hold you to it.
It was right in there, and I had got my concealed carry. I did all the classwork time for it, and I had applied. I was one of the first to apply. January 5th was the date that the applications could be submitted. I submitted mine. I had a postmark date of the 5th. It was cool. There. So got my fingerprints and everything ready, and I was golden. I wanted that concealed carry permit.
Good for you, man. Now, what are you carrying? What's your personal carry?
So my personal carry is a Springfield XD 9mm subcompact.
Okay, still rocking the XD.
Still rocking the XD. I liked it because I can kind of convert a lot of the accessories
Yeah.
So the holster that I have, I've got a couple different holsters, and they work with both of them. They're both neither one of them are like the match grade or was the Springfield XDS or the XDM. There's just a plain XD.
I've had a few Springfield XDs. I like them.
Yeah, I mean they're a reliable gun. Everything's been fine.
Yeah.
But I want to get a couple. I've got a lot of long guns. I need to get some more pistols. That's where it's at. I think I'm going to get a Glock, but Glock will probably be my next one. But I
go back and forth on my handguns and my rifles. Yeah. It's like you. It's like I need to concentrate more on my handguns now, or I need to do more of my shotguns or more. So I go in spurts on all of them.
Yeah, I've been a big long gun guy for a while now. I got those two pistols I got a little Taurus. There was one that came through, but I ended up buying a little Taurus from a guy at work, and he was selling for like $75. It's like, well, I can't turn that out.
Yeah.
So,
well, we are in the Eagle Imports booth, and they carry a wide variety of guns. Yeah, they got Bursa, they've got Grand Power, they got Metro Arms.
I was taking a look. They've got some nice ones here.
You checked out the Avidity that they're working on?
I haven't been able to handle any of them, but I may as soon as they jump up.
When we get done, we'll take you over there and let you look at that one. It'd be a nice personal carry. It's a single stack.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to do this with you. And as always, lead heads, keep your loved ones close.
I am Matt Metzger with Grunt Style, and keep your firearms closer.
All right, guys, so that does it for our first volume of our coverage of the 2017 National Rifle Association annual meeting, and it was phenomenal. We have tons more of interviews coming up for you guys. Tim from Military Arms Channel. We got Jonathan Patton with the Gun Collective. We got the guys from We Like Shooting coming up. Right On, Scope Company, Tactical Squirrel, the monthly box service, and many more interviews. So we're going to be cranking these out a lot faster than we did on the SHOT Show. So you guys are going to get inundated with Talking Lead shows, but they're all great interviews, like I said, and you're gonna want them. Big thanks to the people who made this possible this year. The guys over at Eagle Imports booth, Rafael and Mike, those guys are phenomenal. The products that they have, until I started working with them here recently, I didn't realize the quality that the guns that they import are, the high quality that they are. Bursa, Grand Power, Metro Arms, Comanche, and then of course the company that Mike and Rob started together, Avidity Arms. They're coming out with that single stack PD-10, which should be out in the next few months, so you guys be looking out for that. But go check them out over at eagleimports.com. High Threat Concealment, Adam and the gang over there, sponsored us on day 3. Great group of men and women that run that company. They make the easily concealable belt systems for your holsters, your magazines, your med kits, whatever it is that you need to carry close to your body. Their systems, they're so sleek and smooth, they're easily concealable. And our good buddies over at Frontier Tactical for sponsoring the hotel for Talking Lead. Nate and Scott are awesome. And thanks to Ken, who had to put up with my butt all week. We roomed together. But a great bunch of guys over there at Frontier Tactical have been supporting the show for a long time now. They've got their own line of ARs, which you've heard me talk about in the FT series of AR-15s. Those come equipped with their Warlock system, where you're able to shoot up to 90 different calibers from your AR. And they've got a pistol version of that out as well, that they've got one so small and sleek that it'll fit in a lady's purse. So make sure you check them out. Also, frontiertactical.com. X-Steel Targets. X-Steel Targets. For all your AR-500 steel target needs, make sure you check out my buddy Bud over there at xsteeltargets.com. Modern Spartan Systems. We actually got the other half of Modern Spartan Systems on with us again, Justin. He was on several years ago with us, and he's been deployed, and he had some time back home, and he came out to the NRA and visited with us one day, so we're going to have him on as well. That was a fun interview where we had Big Daddy Hoffman and Justin and Quentin Carter. That's going to be a great interview that you guys don't want to miss with all those guys. Q has actually been doing personal protection for Alex Jones from InfoWars, but he's got some good stories to tell too, so that's going to be a good one that you guys are going to look forward to, among many, many more. So you guys stay tuned, and in addition to our regular shows, I may be cranking out 2-3 a week. So we're really stepping it up here at Talking Lead, and we appreciate all the support that we get from you guys out there, our Leadhead Nation. So make sure that you go to 1776 United's webpage, and down at the bottom click on Leadhead Contest. We've got the contest going for you, the Leadheads, to design your own logo, and we're going to make t-shirts, patches, hats, all kinds of cool swag. What we're going to do at the end of May this month, we're going to take all the submissions, narrow it down to like 3 or 4, and then let you guys vote on those. We'll put it online and let you guys vote, put it to a vote, and then the winner's going to get an awesome swag package with that logo on a shirt, a patch, the traditional Talking Lead logo shirt, and a $100 gift card from 1776 United. So make sure you go there and take part in that contest, that giveaway that we're doing there. And then, as always, if you would, please leave us some feedback wherever it is that you listen to us, whatever platform it is, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, iHeartRadio, wherever it may be. Leave us some feedback. That helps us bump on up in the ratings there, and helps other people find us easily. And until the next episode, keep them close, Leadheads.